But I wanted to change it up a little bit and get into some sports because I know that for me, outside of your boobs and your smile, you're rabid sports fan is probably the one of the most recognizable aspects to you.
I'm crazy. I'm a tomboy in a girl's body. I grew up with 3 older brothers. And I had my dad passed when I was 6. I'm the only girl in my family, youngest and only girl. So growing up with 3 older brothers, I didn't really have a choice, and it's the best blessing I ever had.
Yeah.
Because even though I grew up kind of having to be a Packers fan because my brothers were all Packers fans. But once I sat and watched football, with my brothers, and I'm like, okay. And then I gradually learned about great football. Hence being a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
That's the best football ever.
Yeah.
But people can hate me for that. It's fine.
No. It's a solid 20-year run that they had.
Yeah, I mean, we're not good now, so everybody can cheer. But I mean, I'm a Belichick fan at the best because he's the brains behind the brawn in my eyes. So he's a genius, and he likes younger girls. So maybe I have a chance. Yeah, I don't know. But
he likes huge boobs. Yeah,
he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
And he's Croatian, and I know that language a little bit. So,
okay.
But yeah, I love the sports aspect, and I'm actually really thankful because the mainstream aspect, I never thought that it was possible in a sense, but because I knew about sports and people followed me, and then they understood, and they were like, "Wait, she actually knows."
Yeah.
People tested me.
Yeah.
I mean, TMZ came up to me after the Stanley Cup Finals thing, asked me a lot of questions, and I was like, "Yep, this." People underestimate me because they think I'm just some blonde girl showing her boobs, but it's not that. I love football. I'm crazy to the point. I'll just to say it. It's a silly story, but it's really not. Rogers is our cable company in Toronto, and I'm very into my football and I sports bet. So if I get angry, I break a lot of remote controls.
Okay.
So now my local Rogers store is just when I walk in, they're like, okay, they have it ready. They just know.
Nice.
And it's really funny, but I mean, it's not like I'm a degenerate gambler. I'm just very passionate about sports and I love it.
Well, you would watch it without betting on it.
No.
You wouldn't watch it without betting?
I'd watch it, but I always like to bet on it. Not a lot.
Okay.
But I feel like, you have more stake in the game when you bet on it.
Yeah.
But I love sports. No, I was
going to say, I'm just saying, even if you were in a situation where you couldn't bet on it, would you not watch it?
I'd absolutely watch it. Yeah. No. It's there's so many sports, that I don't bet on even.
Yeah.
And I just love to watch UFC. I mean, I pick and choose my poison when it comes to betting, but I'm sports all the way. And when guys pass by me and we have a conversation and they're like they're shocked that I actually know. And I'm shocked that they wouldn't be like, yeah, she should know her. So I guess, there's a lot of girls that there's a fake aspect to it. And look, I appreciate that people pretend to love sports, but I do love it.
Okay.
Inside out.
So was football your first sport that you loved?
Well, I'm Canadian,
or was
so
hockey. Hockey was the first one.
Hockey.
Okay.
But unfortunately, our Toronto Maple Leafs are not very good.
Yeah, they've been on a little bit of a drought.
A little bit, yeah. No, my Winnie the Pooh that's in my background is still wearing the Ty Domi jersey, waiting for a Stanley Cup. So he's going to be waiting forever. But
they get there, they get to the playoffs, but then they just kind of
fail.
Yeah.
And you know what I feel though? Honestly, it's business. I feel that the Maple Leafs fans are amazing, but the owners and the company, the GMs, they know that they're going to fill those seats no matter what, Stanley Cup or not. They're going to make their money.
The Raiders, because the Raiders can be crap and they'll still sell out games.
Absolutely. So, and I don't want to say my take on the Raiders. I just
no, we don't have to.
I'm just going to say that I was a hockey fan first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still a hockey fan to this day.
Yeah.
But football is my forte. In a sense.
So what was it about football that you just loved so much? Was it just the type of game it was?
Yeah, I do. I love hockey. I love watching hockey live. I feel like watching hockey live is way better. But football, I've been to so many games, but I like to watch football on TV because I get
it's one of the sports that's better on TV.
Yes, you get to see every aspect of the game, every call. You know, so I feel like I learned more about the sport. And I like every aspect of the sport. It's a game of inches, and it's crazy. Mm-hmm. And so I just took to football a little bit more.
Well, and there's a lot of anticipation because I didn't appreciate football for a long time.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a huge sports fan, I can appreciate sports. I like watching sports, especially if I'm with somebody who likes it too.
Yeah.
But like on my own, I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna change you for that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you crazy.
All right.
Okay.
So, but the thing that I started to appreciate, because I did for years, I had roommates that were huge football fans. They were Lions fans.
Okay.
So, but just the nuances of the sport, I got to know a little more with them, and just understanding that it's obviously all the strategy and all the
absolutely.
It's not just about like if you want action, you go for hockey or basketball
or something like that.
Yeah, or soccer even, because that's just all running. It's exhausting just to watch it.
It is, but the goals are beautiful. That's why soccer is one of the best, most beautiful sports in the world. Every goal is like art.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get into a sport that games can end in a 0-0 tie.
Right.
I'm sorry. There needs to be a winner.
Fair.
There needs to be a winner. Like
you'd like to win.
Or just because you don't I feel like you don't learn anything from a tie as much as you do from a loss or a win.
Yeah.
So, but that's me.
That's
I guess
okay. Not everybody is. I'm worse than I feel like any man out there in the world. Like I'm Arabic, so we got a little bit of a temper. But my mouth is potty mouth, and I don't care.
Are you screaming when you're watching games?
No,
okay.
I'm swearing, screaming, throwing stuff, but I'm passionate. So it's like sometimes I'm jumping up and down, especially watching the Patriots win 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, but I'm very into it, and my emotions get the best of me. And kind of that's what I like.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I'm very good at maintaining my emotions and, being in control. Like the power in controlling your emotions is a great thing to have.
Yeah.
But when it comes to football, man, and this guy makes a bad play or this guy gets a bad penalty and you kill the game and you got money on the line, let's say, like my emotional control goes right out the window and I'm just like a crazy person. But I'm a Virgo too, so it's expected.
Would you ever bet against the Patriots?
I have.
You have. Oh, so you won't just go because they're your team. You'll always bet on them.
I try. Listen, I'm in the Circa sports contest, so the biggest football contest in the world.
Yeah.
Where you have to pick 5 games against the spread every week, and I try not to bet against the Patriots, but if I'm trying to win, you don't let your emotion get involved in that. I mean, it is one of the most difficult things to do to bet against the Patriots.
Yeah,
and even like my friends will be like, Taylor, how could you bet against them? I'm like, listen, guys, you're not paying $1,000 to enter this contest. I have to do what I have to do, and it's crazy because sometimes it's like it always ends up the wrong way. I bet against them,
and they win.
They win. I bet for them, they lose.